Here's how I was able to get over my perfectionism when it came to creating content. The thing that really just sort of unleashed a lot of that mental anguish that I had about producing content. Strange as it is, I get paid to write stuff these days. I get paid extraordinarily well. And when I did, good things started happening. So let me back up for a sec. I actually never finished high school. I failed English in high school, I had to repeat a year below me, and that was one of the catalysts for me leaving school early. I never sought higher education. I had a couple of block courses and a couple of different things like that. Ended up in finance and did a whole bunch of stuff in finance, so I kind of proved to myself that I could learn, which was kind of cool. But one thing that really helped me out is what I noticed from both myself and now working with over 900 students is that we are programmed from a very young age. If you think about going through school, you're programmed to try to achieve good grades. If you go to high school, good grades, everything needs to be perfect. College, university, workplaces, the whole thing is exactly the same. And so what I came to realize is that when you are focusing on making something perfect, paradoxically, you're often making it harder than it needs to be because you're trying so hard to make it like the best thing ever. What I started doing is throwing that whole model away, and I started writing things for myself, and I was starting to write for one person on the other side of that screen, on the other side of that world, right? And so I started thinking, like, if I'm writing to one person and I'm actually just technically writing it because I want to express something, then it takes the sting away. It doesn't need to be perfect, doesn't even my grammar doesn't even need to be in place. As long as the act of producing it is something that I'm enjoying, then usually the message comes across. And so when I started doing that, and so I know that's a bit of a funny one, but I'm writing to one person, but I'm writing it not for them, I'm actually writing it for me, because I'm writing to express to that person. And I know, so you have to probably go away and think about that for a little bit. But that was kind of the thing that really just sort of unleashed a lot of that mental anguish that I had about producing content. And when I did, good things started happening. Now, really strange as it is, I get paid to write stuff these days. I get paid extraordinarily well to write stuff. And I think if my English teachers could see me now, they would probably have a conniption, because they would be like, hang on a minute, what in God's name is happening here with this kid? So that's my advice. If you are someone that adds a lot of perfectionism into what they're doing, especially when it comes to creating content, throw that out the window. It really doesn't matter. Like, if you're writing because you're producing content, whatever your medium is for that matter, if you're doing it because you enjoy the process, that is going to shine through in your content. And the more you do that, the more you express based on what you enjoy, writing and expressing that for one individual person, whoever they are out there, it becomes fun. And that is where the enjoyment of the stuff comes from. It's not the outcome, it's actually the process of going through this. So a little bit of a side one for you guys today. Hope that makes sense, and leave your comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this stuff as well.